ancestors were always confident in the physical appearance, yet not in the manner in which it is viewed today. We are the ones that pack out and keep gentlemen clubs running. We are the ones that watch you use your bodies to gain attention from us. We have yet to understand that this is a learned behavior from our oppressors. Our oppressors are astonished at your beauty and physical appearance, and so much so that they promoted and paraded you around. And they were blinded by it to the point that they miss your intellect and inner beauty. We have done the same. Sadly, many of you have been tarnished to the point where you fail to see it also. And losing our self-respect or pride and dignity, we lost. Dignity was lost in the process as well. It is hard to see when we lost our pride and dignity. The pride that we have now is cloaked in that of our oppressors as well. Although it has been portrayed differently, and we come from a rich line of ancestors, rich not just in wealth, but in all aspects of life. Our oppressors took pride in material things while our ancestors were already accustomed to these things. Now we have taken pride in material things and things of no real value, specifically status. It is for this reason we feel as though we have to have nice things in order to keep up with the Joneses. Competition amongst ourselves did not exist among our ancestors. They took pride that our ancestors, the type of pride that our ancestors maintained was a healthy pridefulness. They understood who they were and took pride in simply being themselves. The pride of our ancestors reside in our culture. Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye.
You just started a whole lot of drama. Because every single one of these people out here are worried about their status. That's why we all live beyond our means.
That is it. Y'all already know what it is. My apologies. My apologies. We're running a little bit behind. But hey, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. We here. We about to get into the thick of things. You already know what it is. And we going to pick up right where we left off at, which was love through the lens of respect. So I know we running a tad bit behind, but I need y'all to go ahead, right? Need y'all to go ahead, like, follow, and share the frequency CO, the frequency CO. All right. If you're on live with us on Facebook right now, go ahead and share it. Call your friends and be like, the king is on, the king is on, the king is on. Let them know. Let them know we're here. All right. If you're at work right now, not a problem. Go ahead into your office, shut the door, turn it up just a tad bit. We about to get into the thick of things. If you don't have an office and you're at your cubicle, put your headset on. We're about to get into it. And of course, if you're at home with the kiddos, put something on that can keep their attention for the next hour or so that we can dive into this thing, all right?
Because school is out.
Yes, it is. School is out. School is out. We about to flow in the summertime. We about to flow in the summertime. As always, I got to give a big shout out to the frequency for allowing me to be the brain, the King's Court over here, so I can talk to everyone right now. Got to give a big shout out to 420 that's in the background. Right now, without him, I wouldn't be on the air right now. So we definitely appreciate everybody that's putting in the work in order for me to come before y'all right now.
And you have no one to talk to.
This is true. This is true. Hey, look, you already know how it is. We got to pay some bills. But before we go into it, I'm going to let y'all know now, some of y'all is petty.
No, majority.
Some of y'all is petty. Some of the posts that I have been looking at over the last 24, 48 hours is literally crazy to me. Crazy to me. But one of them deals directly with what it is that we have been talking about over the last 2 sessions, really the last couple of sessions.
Who's pettier, the men or the women?
Man, I don't know. I don't know. What I did come to understand is that there are a lot of underdeveloped men out here.
And a lot of hurt women.
There are a lot of us, you know what I'm saying? But this is the reason why we're here. Now, we got to bring some healing. We got to help develop our men, hold each other accountable, things of that particular
I was
nature.
thinking about that the other day, how women are broken and been broken for so long.
Mm-hmm.
It comes to the thought that I was thinking that most of our kids date at too early of an age still. You still having 16 and pregnant. We shouldn't be.
Nope.
So they're experiencing letdown, hurt, life beating you down before they're even adults.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even comprehend in their mind yet of what's about to happen to them for the rest of their lives.
Yeah. I tell people all the time that, you know, from a legal standpoint, 18 is when you're considered to be an adult.
Legally.
But in all actuality, when they turn 18, they become babies again. They have no idea what this world has in store for them.
Teach them. Tribes used to teach. What was the age for men? 13 in most tribes across the world.
Yep.
13.
Yeah.
Become a man. Women, they go off into a separate thing and do their thing. They become women.
Yeah, they have no idea.
So you got to figure a girl getting pregnant at 15. You trying to date her now? She's 26. She's been through a lot of hurt already.
Yeah.
You think she's still young? Why you act like you've been through a lot?
Yeah.
Because she's been pregnant since 15.
Yeah, but the post that I came across that got me, I seen it was a man helping his wife put her stilettos on. And the outfit that she had on was like this little netted see-through joint, right? And she just had like a little bikini or something up under it.
Is he her husband or pimp?
The way it read was my husband helping me get prepared for a night out while he stays at home and watches the kiddos. And I'm looking at this post and I went from 0 to 1,000 like that.
Again, is he her husband or pimp?
And I'm gonna tell you straight up and down. The first thing, because like I said, we were just talking about this. We were just talking about this in reference to respecting us. And one of the first things that I talked about before we even went into respect was that us as men, we don't even know and understand what respect is anymore.
No, because it's not being taught.
At all.
Because guess what? There's no parents in the household since the 90s.
And there was nothing respectful. If I'm just gonna take it at face value, she's saying that this is her husband, right? And that she's his wife. There was nothing respectable about what it was that she had on. And my thing is this: if you don't have enough respect for me to cover up, then the reciprocal of that is you don't have enough respect for me to keep them legs closed up.
Because
It's as
we as
simple
men,
as
we
that.
know somebody in the club slapping that ass.
I'm so
Get a
serious.
squeeze.
Before I got married, and I was doing all my clubbing and stuff of that particular nature, it didn't matter whether you had a ring on, right? It did, but it didn't. Because based on what it was that you was dressed in, it just was what it was.
And I like the ring on because you know what that means? I ain't got to spend quality time.
This is true. Because the first thing that I used to think about when I was out there clubbing is, your husband let you walk out of the house like this? Dude, he must don't care. Y'all got to have an open relationship with something of that particular nature.
She's right too.
Yeah.
Wearing something like that could get the husband in trouble or somebody do something. Now you got to go to the club and handle somebody.
Exactly. Exactly. Don't put me in a situation.
Pay attention, champions.
Have enough respect for me to be able. Come on now.
Who you showing your titties and ass to?
Seriously. And then the thing about it is, the comments got me even more, because in the comments you had men in there talking about, and people that don't, men that don't allow their women to dress like this are just insecure. No, insecurity has nothing to do with this. Nothing to do with this whatsoever.
Preventing situations.
Exactly. It is respect. Respect. And at least have enough respect for yourself.
Goes back to the man not being in the household.
Exactly.
Teaching the woman values.
Exactly.
See, people think the mother teaches the daughter values, and it's not. It's the man, the father, that teaches the girl the values, how a man should treat you.
We said this in the last show. We said this in the last show.
Because your mama might have been a thought.
Mamas are supposed
to teach you how to
love. Yeah. Mamas teach you how to love. Your daddy teach you how to respect. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. It's not that hard. It's really not.
I've never really had a good time in the club. Even if you didn't get in a fight or you didn't go to jail, you spent money you didn't want to spend. You might have said something to somebody you regret. Like, nothing good comes of late night.
What's up, Rika? Rika is in the comments going ham right now. We see you. We see you. Man, I'm trying to tell you though, this joint is crazy. This joint is crazy. There's no way on this earth. Well, now, like I said, the comments was just crazy. You had a few men that was in there talking about respect and stuff of that nature, and then you had both men, underdeveloped men, and women going in on them jokers, man. And I was just like, this is crazy.
Have you seen the new Mike Epps show with Wanda Sykes?
Yep, I have. The Upshots.
Did you see the episode where Wanda Sykes was talking about that kind of? Like, you know, you got your Cardi B's out here because they're discussing their daughter and how she acts.
Mm-hmm.
And you got the Cardi B's, Megan Thee Stallions being the girls look up to. It's like, you never seen the Queen of Soul working the pole?
No, not at all.
Oh, it was the daughter had a stripper party theme for her birthday.
I don't
she was
think
13.
I got to that episode yet.
Yeah, it comes up like that. You like, and it's a fact. You never seen Aretha Franklin on the pole?
No, you never seen
clapping it
at all.
They had respect for themselves. Even look how they dress to this day.
Yep.
They didn't say, "Oh, I'm a little older now. Let me pull a nipple out, put them album sales up."
And then, really, what it boils down to is not just respect for self. It was not. That was the first episode, man. The wife must have watched the episode without me, then, for real. But it's not just about having respect for yourself, ladies. Not having respect for themselves, but it comes down to self-love. And a lot of people don't like themselves.
A lot of it comes from no family. There used to be a time, don't embarrass the family.
Exactly.
Don't embarrass the family.
You represent me. You represent me when you walk out that house.
Oh, so did you see what's his name's daughter? You see she out there working the corner?
Yeah. Like I said, Daddy wasn't going to let you walk out of the house like that.
Oh, hell no.
It was going to be, it was known and understood. You was not walking out of the house looking like that.
Back in the day, and parents, even the boys, you had to look a certain way. You couldn't just go outside looking any kind of way. Because you represented the family.
And contrary to popular belief, it has nothing to do with control. Nothing to do with control.
Respect.
Matter of fact, ladies, if that's how it is that you feel, that's just me, and what we're going to start doing is we're going to go get our summer bodies together, right? We're going to go get our summer bodies together, and we wearing nothing but doggone tank tops and
spandex biker shorts.
No, I can't do that. Yeah, but we're gonna get them sweatpants shorts or whatnot. And I'm make
baby
sure
oil all over.
Yeah, yep. Make sure them joints hang just above our cuff line. You know what I'm talking about.
You ain't gonna leave nowhere. Watch will not let you leave.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you the same excuse you give us. It's not about anybody else out there. It's about me feeling comfortable in my skin.
I feel sexy. I'm going to be sexy.
I put in all this work in the gym or whatnot. I need to be able to flex a little bit.
In public service announcement, there's a lot of you out there should not be wearing what you're wearing.
Say it again.
I'm 380 pounds. I'm not going to walk outside without a shirt and some spandex like he just taught me.
Oh.
Because I know not everybody want to see that. There are some women out there that like big boys, but Not everybody.
Yeah. But respect, I mean,
Say you
love,
right away.
love through the lens of respect. Love through the lens of respect. Oh man, yeah, I'm telling y'all acting up in the comments today, boy. I can't even focus right
We
now.
like a surprise.
Yeah, but love through the lens of respect.
I want to be able to pull the bra off, see if you have big or little areolas. I don't want to see that up front. It should be a surprise. I should discover and explore your body during an intimate time. I shouldn't have to already know what's going on before we even get there.
Yeah, leave something for the imagination, something. But love through the lens of respect. We talked about before that the core piece of this is that we ladies see love through respect. So your ability to respect us, literally deals with our ability to be able to feel, see, and know that you actually love us. It's through respect. The more respect that you have for us, the more we feel loved. It's as simple as that. And so, and being able to do that, you have to know how we see and view respect. Now, as I said earlier, there are a lot of underdeveloped men out there that don't fully know exactly what respect is. They're making it up as they go. So this is not just for you ladies, this is for some of those underdeveloped men as well, so that they know.
Yeah, because penitentiary respect and family respect are two different things. And the thing is, our younger men are learning the penitentiary respect because they're all going to jail or prison too early.
Exactly.
So they come out mean and aggressive with an attitude.
And that's it.
The world owes them everything. They just did time.
Oh man. But the first thing that you need to know, ladies, is you need to be able to respect our manhood. And this is what it is that we talked about in the previous show, respecting our manhood. We start out as as sons, then we are brothers, eventually we become someone's friend, then we become husbands, fathers, who we are in the community, and then that last aspect, which is who we are on a spiritual aspect. Now we talked about everything all the way up to, we was just about to start talking about the husband aspect, which is literally what it was that we was just talking about in reference to this Facebook post. Respecting our roles and the significance of our roles as being your husbands. And a portion of this is going to come through communication. And all of this should be known prior to you becoming our wives. You need to know how it is that we view and see respect. Because if you don't know these things, then it's going to be very, very hard for you to love us in the manner in which we need to be loved. So a lot of this is on an individual basis. But we're just giving you the core things. Yes. We talked about it in the last one in reference to when I was talking about my wife, how she used to call and let me know when she was going to a different place. Providing and protecting is the core of who we are as being husbands. It is our job to provide and protect. And those are two major things that you need to be able to respect us in. And that's whether when we're providing or not, whether we work in a 9 to 5, whether we running a business, whatever it is. Whatever it is. And if we come up on hard times, being able to maintain that respect even during hard times. Because I'm going to tell you now, if you show your husband the same respect that you were showing him when he actually was working at 9 to 5 or had a job versus when he hit hard times, if you show him the exact same respect, I assure you, the love that he shows you is going to magnify. But what happens is, that is the time that a lot of you like to kick us. You go ahead and find a job, not knowing that joker been on the computer or looking in the newspaper or out all day trying to find something.
Well, they can't use that excuse today.
Yeah.
Because businesses are closing because of lack of employees. Everybody's sitting on the unemployment and refusing to go to work.
This is true. You definitely can't use that nowadays. And then our ability to protect you.
Nothing's being taught no more.
At all.
I was just thinking about it. There's no more home economic classes in school. People make fun of me because I know how to sew. I can put an outfit together.
I know how to sew myself.
I learned that from home economics.
Yep.
I knew how to cook before then, but there's some things home economics taught me.
Yep.
And I've seen these posts. These young women out here and young men don't even know how to clean a house or cook for themselves. I've seen the posts of these dinner plates. These young bitches out here fucking putting up. And it's evident their mama didn't teach them how to cook.
At all.
So they obviously starting off with a household, young kids, 17, 18, starting off, they got a young baby, they got a young child, they're starting off, working at McDonald's. They don't even know how to fix a proper dinner.
At all.
Let alone take care of a household, to teach their young child how to be a productive member of society. That's what's happened.
Well, y'all don't even understand that
Crack in the 90s destroyed an entire generation.
Yeah. Yeah. And that meal that you prepare for us is a method of showing respect as well.
I love a good meal. I love it more than sex sometimes. I come home, there's a good meal. After a long day.
The time and effort that we know you put in. We know you put in to fix that meal.
It tastes different than fast food.
If I know that my wife cooked, I could have just grabbed something to eat prior to knowing.
It's not the same.
Prior to knowing, guess what's going to happen? When I get home, I don't care if I'm throwing up. I'm going to eat whatever it is that she doggone cooked.
I just love the whole process, not just the meal she cooks, the serving me and showing me she loves me through that way. And we don't get that no more.
Nope.
Women will throw the plate on your lap now. Here. It's left.
It's in the microwave.
Yeah.
It's in the microwave. Go fix your plate.
There's some TV dinners. There's a hungry man in there.
But these are things that we literally look at when it comes down to respect. Respect. Y'all might look at it as little things, but I'm telling you, it ain't no different than those little things that y'all look at when it comes to us loving you. Knowing, you know what I'm saying, anniversaries, birthdays, favorite colors. Things of this particular nature. Those little things that y'all look at to know that we still love you or still in love with you, these are the little things that we look at to know that you still respect us. It's just what it is. Being able to respect our role as your husband. Which is why what it is that we talked about last week in reference to your ability to submit or your ability to be able to yield to us plays such a big role in that. It does. And I guarantee you, and that will be reciprocated. It will be reciprocated. But need to go ahead and take care of a couple of bills. We're going to take about a 5-minute break, and then we will be back. We're going to dive deep into the respect as far as our role of being a father, which is something that I'm pretty sure is going to take us through the end of the show. Or not, because fatherhood is definitely something that you know what, I ain't even gonna talk
It's
about
more
it.
important than people think.
Yes, very much so. A lot of issues and stuff that we have right now is because of the lack of respect for the role of fathers. Period. But we gotta go pay some bills. The court is now in recess. We will be right back. The king has spoken.
3, 2.
And we are back. The King's Court is officially back in session. If you are just now joining us, the topic of discussion for today and what it was in the last show was love through the lens of respect. Ladies, knowing and understanding that we see, feel, and know that you love us based off of the respect that you actually have for us. As men, being able to respect our manhood, we are sons first, then we are brothers, we become someone's friend, we become husbands, then we become fathers. For me, I think this is one of the biggest areas where respect is lacked at. One, because of how society has painted us as fathers and the role of fathers as being insignificant. When the reality of it is, a lot of the issues that we see within our society today is mainly because of the lack of the presence of the father and the lack of respect for fathers. Now, a little over a month ago, I specifically said that when I started talking about fatherhood and things of that particular nature, you was going to see me or hear me become emotional. So I'm just going to give this disclaimer, like right now. Again, we're about to start talking about fatherhood. I'm a father of 10 kids. 10 kids. So I'm going to tell you now, this conversation that we're about to dive into as far as respect for fatherhood, you're going to see several different emotions from me. You're going to hear several different emotions from me. But we about to get into this thing. I'm going to start with a post. I told you it was a bunch of posts, 420, that I seen over the last few days. And this one was posted by one of my friends, D. Shout out to the A-Team. A-Team is in the building. I see y'all in there. It was talking about, there was a father that was complaining about how the mother of his child, he was, obviously, they're not together anymore. But he was getting his daughter for the summer. And basically the mother didn't send any clothes. Now, I was probably like the third person to respond on it. And I specifically said that she did that. She did it on purpose. Mm-hmm. She did it on purpose to force him to have to go out there and purchase some clothes for the baby or whatnot. But it's still a wide range of what you have to look at. Now, I'm a very meticulous person. I like to think about things. I don't know any deadbeats that would take their kid for the entire summer. So let's go ahead and throw that out the window. So go ahead and throw that out the window.
Because, yeah, it's a hot boy summer.
Yeah. Let's throw that out the window. All right? Let's also throw out the window that he is not paying child support, which 9 times out of 10 he is. Because I can almost assure you that she wouldn't have let her daughter go for the entire summer if he wasn't providing something. So anybody that knows anything about child support knows that they can take anywhere up to 60% of your check. 60%. Now, there's always been a debate and an argument as to what child support should be utilized for. We're not going to get into that. We're definitely not going to get into that at all. At least not in this show. So there's a couple of things. One, he's not a deadbeat, because deadbeats don't take their kids for a summer. Two, 9 times out of 10, he is taking care of his responsibility as far as paying child support. So what other reason could she have to do this? At the very least, he couldn't get a week's worth of clothes. A week's worth of clothes. Now, it's two coins, it's two sides of the coin. 9 times out of 10, because I've been here. 9 times out of 10, the daddy is doing pretty well for himself, probably better than what he was doing when they was actually together.
But that's a different conversation.
It is.
How the partner can bring you down.
It is. And she's looking at it like, he got it. He go out there and buy her some clothes. I'm not sending her with nothing. Yeah. But part of the reason why he pays you up to 60% of your his check is so that she can have clothes.
Not a hot girl summer.
Exactly. But this is just another method of control and really lack of respect for his role. And the sad thing is that our role as fathers has been reduced to nothing but money. Money. That is what we have been reduced to. The only thing that they're concerned, that society has us concerned about, is our ability to provide. And that is it. Forget the fact that he possibly has a completely, his daughter's other siblings, family members, and things of that particular nature. And then the sad thing is, yeah, she sent him over there with his daughter over there with no clothes, but let her find out that it is his current wife or girlfriend that's out there purchasing these clothes for her daughter. Just knowing this type, 9 times out of 10, that is going to be an issue as well. It's going to be an issue. Want to know? Because I've been there before. Been there before. I have a daughter right now. And that I've literally only seen once since she was 9 months. Once. I sat back and literally in the beginning of this hiatus, sitting down and talking with her father, my daughter's grandfather. Now, this wasn't a regular conversation. It was a little bit heated. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. It was a little bit heated. I was living overseas at the time. And I had my wife and my kids over there, my other kids that were over there, the older ones, because it's some years ago. And I was about to come home with my kids, just me and the kids, and I wanted to be able to see my daughter. Mind you, Child support is being paid. Everything is caught up. I'm actually doing more than actually what I should have been doing. Why? Because that is my daughter. The same things that I do for the kids that are with me are the same things that I'm going to do for those that are not with me. And during that particular time, I definitely had the ability to do so. But the argument was that they didn't want me to come, especially not with my daughter's siblings. Help me make sense of that. These are her siblings. Why should she not be able to see them? But in the midst of this conversation, like I said, things were heated. This joker literally told me, I grew up without a father. So, and I turned out just fine. So she doesn't need you to be in her life. She'll be just fine as well. That conversation has echoed through my mind since 2010, for the last 11 years. And the sad thing is that being fathers, our plight is monetized to the point where everyone is trying to make money off of our situation. Went to lawyers and some area thing else. $40,000 for a retainer just to take my case so I can fight for visitation. This is the plight. This is what it is that I mean when society has painted this role, have made our role as fathers as being insignificant and unimportant. One time, the last time that I saw her was in 2008. Well, not 2008, 2000 and believe it was 2012. No, it was later than that. It was later than that. She was 8 years old was the last time that I actually saw her. She will be 13 this year. 13. Still fighting the exact same battle. Still fighting the exact same battle. The importance of our role has been minimized. And it's been a systematic thing. It's been going on for decades. For decades. Started long before my generation. Long before. The welfare system that many of us melanated people are attached to originally didn't even start out for us. But it was the method in which they used to be able to push us up out of the home. You think I'm joking? Go back and watch some of those movies from the late 60s and 70s. One of my favorites is Claudine.
Foxy Brown.
Claudine. Yeah, the one with James L. Jones that's in it. Watch how she had to run her household. Even though she wanted love, she wanted a relationship. There was a man that was there or whatnot that was trying to be a part of her life. But the system, which was crazy during that time because they going around checking drawers, making sure men's clothes and stuff wasn't in the house. Showing us crazy. Who better to provide than Big Brother? better to provide than the government. And like I said, a portion of that is our fault because we could afford as men. But the reality of it is we didn't. And now our role as fathers has become insignificant. Which I think for you ladies is the hardest thing within our manhood for y'all to respect, because that role has been painted so well that a lot of y'all feel as though we're not needed.
Father's Day is the least celebrated holiday.
Exactly.
For real talk.
Exactly. Without looking at your calendar right now, can anybody tell me when Father's Day is? We all know it's sometime in June. But can you give me the exact date? You can't do it. Mother's Day commercials and stuff started right after Easter. Mother's Day has passed. I haven't seen a commercial yet for Father's Day.
They don't have them.
I'm so serious. I'm so serious. And even in the midst of us being there, it's still looked at as being insignificant.
Real life family shows are gone.
Exactly.
But this new Mike Epps show, it's very good because it talks about the fact that you were talking about, where he stepped out of his marriage and had a baby. Okay, his daughter with his wife and that baby had the same birthday.
Ooh-wee.
They call themselves the Ghetto Twins because they got different mothers, the same daddy. This show deals with a lot of this that we're talking about now. That's not being discussed. They're still doing it. They're still trying to keep a family unit and make it work.
Yep. If you don't know what he's talking about that new Mike Epps show on Netflix called The Upshaws. The Upshaws. From what I've seen, it's a great show. I haven't watched the entire season yet, and obviously I have to go back and watch the first episode.
It's dealing with every subject matter almost today.
Exactly. Exactly. We see Eureka. She said she loved that
really,
show.
They tap into every subject matter.
Real quick, because we got a lot of y'all that's in the chat right now. I can't address everything that's being actually said. Yeah, but good morning, Rika, Miss Yolanda. I see D in here as well. Good morning. Joanna, there's a couple of y'all in here. Some of y'all haven't responded. Some of y'all ain't here quiet. Which is fine. Which is fine.
Maybe you should create a King Naib group page for after show discussions.
I actually have one. It's called King Naib's Court. King Naib's Court on Facebook. Go to it. We keep the conversation going. Trust and believe. That joint is live too.
Because I see you posting after the show's over. I see you answering all these questions.
Yeah, I make sure. What's up, Taylor? What's up, Chris? A-Team in the building. But seriously, our roles as fathers has been reduced. So the first thing that we have to look at before we even talk about respecting our role as a father is understanding the importance of our role. First and foremost, we're the disciplinary. That is one of our primary jobs as being fathers. I see it all the time. My wife sit back and be fussing and cussing these kids out on the regular. I can come in just as mild-tempered as I want to, give the kids a look, and everything just falls right in the line. And if I have to raise my hand up to provide a spanking, it is going down.
That's part of the problem. So we got men out here thinking that's being the man, is going home and bossing everybody around. No, You earn that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I have stepkids. They now look up to me and listen to me more than their own mom. That came about of how I treated them.
Exactly.
I came in as the head of the household. Well, they came into my home, but I was the head of the household. And I can back it up with my finances, my work, everything I do for them, my support with love and teaching these boys whose father ain't doing shit with them. I'm teaching them.
Yep.
I earn their respect.
Yep.
I never once said, oh, I'm your new dad now. You got to listen to me. Or this is my house. You got to listen to me. No. There was rules. They earned my respect. And they loved me to death more than their own father. And I was hard on them. You can ask them. I'm hard on these kids. But they love me and respect me.
Believe it or not, our kids understand the roles better than we do.
Exactly.
Better than we do. My wife talk about it and fuss about it all the time. Whenever them kids want something, guess who they go and ask? Mommy. If I am working or anything of that particular nature, they are not coming to ask me anything. Mommy can be on the toilet, she could be reading a book, she could be studying for school, anything of that particular nature. They do not care. They are coming to ask. I think the only one right now in the house that'll come and ask me for something is the baby. This joker literally, and he don't even talk yet.
It's usually when mom says no, they come ask.
Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. 9 times out of 10, they gonna wait. They gonna wait. But the little one, little Shamar, he'll come while I'm on the computer or not. He'll tap on my doggone leg and he'll point to the refrigerator because that's where all the fruit cups and stuff are at. Then he's gonna walk over to the refrigerator. I get up and walk over and open it. He'll pick the fruit cup that he wants. And then I go put him in his high chair, open it up, and he goes and eats. He's about the only one in there that will literally come and ask me for anything.
You know, I've been teaching my stepkids, they're 8 and 9, about monetary system too.
Yeah.
They get an allowance.
Mm-hmm.
Taking out the trash, and stuff. I give them an allowance. Like the other day, batteries for the little one's Roku upstairs went out. He had $15. I was like, I got batteries, but it's going to cost you.
Yep.
He gave me 75 cents for the 2 batteries. I was like, what do you think these are worth? He gave me 75 cents for the 2 batteries. And he took out his money out of his wallet, gave me 75 cents, took his batteries, went upstairs and handled it. That's another thing we're not teaching our kids, the value of $1.
Ooh-wee.
They think it just grow on trees and we just go out there and pick it.
Oh, wow. I'm so serious though. My oldest son is in the house right now, right? He came with the state that officially lived with me when he was, I think 14. He's been with me for like the last 3 years. He'll be 18 next year, coming up about to graduate. He was the baby before he left. In his mama's house, he was a baby. Now, mind you, you know what I'm saying, been a part of his life or whatnot. Me and his mom was together when he was first born. We got divorced, I think, when he was about 2 years old or whatnot. So always been there. Or not, he always knew who I was, things of that particular nature. But how she runs her household and how I run my household is two completely different things. Two completely different things. So I already knew that when he came to come and live with me, that it was going to be a culture shock. One, he's going from being the baby to being the oldest. No responsibility to all the responsibility.
And possible more discipline.
Yeah, way more discipline. Way more discipline. And the thing about it is, you know, I was known to be the disciplinarians, especially within the household when we were together. So it was expected that when he got there, I was going to be going upside his head for every single thing. The thing about it is, you know, how I see things kind of function and operates differently. My wife always say I'm harder on the little kids and lighter on the bigger kids. And it's true. No lots, no lie about it. Why am I that way? Because the smaller kids are a little bit more impressionable.
And they need to learn.
Exactly. I can teach them everything it is that they need to know as far as respect and discipline long before they get to those older years. When they get older, that's when it's my time to start teaching them about life.
When they stop listening. Teenage years come in, no more listening to mom and pops.
Yeah.
Because they know it already.
That's literally. But that's what it is. The younger kids have always been harder on them. Always been harder on them. That's just my philosophy. It's just my philosophy. So the babies catch it from me way more. So when he came, like I said, they was expecting me to be going upside this joker noggin on a regular basis. And I flipped the game on them. Flip the game on them. Instead of actually going upside his head every time that he did something, I started teaching him about his choices. Don't get me wrong, it was a battle. It was a battle. That first year, oh my goodness. But it took a little over a year before him to actually get things right. The method and stuff was hard, in which I took. And don't get me wrong, we're a boxing family, so I throw him in the ring a couple of times, let him know. This ain't that. This ain't that. But now, in a matter of 3 years, with all the nurturing and stuff that his mom did before he got with me, it gave me the ability to watch him mold into a man that I'm literally proud of right now. And don't get me wrong, there's still some things that he needs to learn. But I'm proud of where he's at right now. And I'm thankful for his mom for finally giving him to me. And don't get me wrong, I wanted him. I've been fighting for like 5 years. I wanted him when he turned 9. I was like, look, you got him the first 9 years, let me get him the last 9 years. But it wasn't until she turned 14. And honestly, be quite honest, I felt as though I didn't have enough time. But that was me buying into the insignificance of our roles as being fathers. I didn't know and understand just how significant just my presence would actually be. Telling you, it is definitely a big thing. But we gotta go ahead and pay some bills. I will be right back with the King's final thoughts. We're gonna have to close this session out, but I promise we'll pick things back up next week or whatnot, because there's still a lot of things in reference to respect and that still need to be covered, and I'm not done with the fatherhood piece. So make sure you go ahead and set that alarm for next week, Tuesday, 8 o'clock, Thursday, 8 o'clock, Mountain Standard Time. We're gonna be right here, but we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna pay these bills, and I'll be right back with the King's final thoughts. The King has spoken. We'll be back.
pt2.
And we are back. As always, it has been a pleasure being able to sit before everyone, being able to speak on things of this particular nature.
Have you not been entertained?
There's a lot going on in the world right now. A whole lot going on in the world. And I have some people that ask me, why don't you address some of these issues that's going on in the world? For me, I am addressing the issues that are going on in the world. Because in order to bring balance back to this world, the nations have to be repaired. In order to repair the nations, the communities have to be restored. In order to restore the communities, the families have to be brought back into order. And in order to bring the families back into order, the duality of the relationship between men and women has to be brought back into place. Has to be. So for me, while everybody's dealing with everything that's happening on the surface, I like to deal with the root of the matter. The root of the matter. Because if we can restore our duality and relationship as men and women, then we can restore the families. In restoring the families, we'll be able to bring back balance to the communities, balance to our nation, and then balance back to the world as a whole. We have lost the concept that we are a part of nature as well. The reason why things are so out of whack is because we're out of whack. We're not in place. So this is the reason why we stand before you today. The exact reason. Yes, everything that is going on in the world today is very much so important. But if nobody is working at the root, even if we restore or fix the things that are happening to us presently, and the root is dying, the entire tree is going to die either way. So we have to deal with the root of the matter, period. Like I said before, we are not done with this conversation. Love through the lens of respect. We'll be talking about it tomorrow on the panel when we go live, Saturday on the panel when we go live, and I'll pick it right back up next Tuesday at 8 o'clock. I need all of y'all back in here. I love all the interaction. I love all the comments, everything. Need y'all back. And make sure you tell your friends and your family. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, we going. We getting it. My apologies again. I should have gave everyone a notice to let y'all know that we will be running behind. That is my fault. I will make sure that it never happens again. But we're going to stay consistent with this thing. And it's beautiful. But ladies, I need y'all to trust and know that we as men know, understand, feel, and see the love that you provide to us through the respect that you give us. And over the course of the next few shows, we're going to show you exactly what it means to respect us as men. All right? But my time is up. I got to make room for the coffee and cream morning show. The King's Court is officially closed and out of session. We'll be back next Tuesday. Hey, look, before we go, make sure everybody like, follow, and share The Frequency CO. The Frequency CO. Y'all see the book right here. Can I Be the Man? A letter from us to you. It is out everywhere. The audio book is coming very soon. Very, very, very soon. And you already know, for the ones of y'all that are a part of it, King Naib's Court, we about to jump into that and keep the conversation going.
You got a book signing coming up?
Yep, we sure do. I'm glad you said something about that. 420 for everybody that's in the Colorado Springs area. Club Tilt, May 27th from 5 to 8. We will be in there getting it cracking. We got a nice...
If they don't already know you, they can meet you.
Yes, you'll get a chance to actually meet me. I'm going to be taking pictures the whole nine, signing books. If you don't have a book, you can purchase one there, the entire nine. So it's about to go up. But I got to get out of the way. The King has spoken. We out.